Now you need somebody. That's why I always be trying to do right by my people and do right by my
Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the UCLA Bruins and the
I was
Michigan
here with my
Wolverines.
kids. You talk to me, but you ain't really
Reese
talk.
Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Hey, I caught up with the UCLA head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup.
Yeah.
I do right by people for real. That's why I don't even be worrying no more because the day that I need it for something, I always make sure that I'm straight, me and my daughter straight. I don't do people wrong.
Right.
And he in this situation, now you need everybody. Fuck no, and don't ask again. I'm not gonna say nothing because I'm probably not supposed to even know for real. But don't ask my grandmother for no money again. She just gave you money out of our household that she didn't have. Then I'm gonna say something.
Right. And she still owe me money. Sure.
Yeah, she does.
What's going on, Granny?
I'm not pressing it because I know when she got it, she won't give it back to me.
Already.
Yeah.
I mean, she only get a check once a month, right?
Oh yeah, she's retired. Only get it once a month.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Damn it.
Yeah, them jobs.
Oh.
It's crazy. But there's always ways out here to make money.
Oh yeah.
Legally too.
You's a real bum if you don't, you know what I'm saying? If you broke, it's just because you just don't have no motivation and you want to be a bum. You want somebody to take care of you.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. That's all part of the hustle. It's gonna be down days.
I mean, it's up and it's downs, but you still gotta hustle.
Yeah, you're gonna have your bum days on money that you can't spend, but if you stay in there, it's a problem. That's crazy. I don't know.
Takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So Michigan's offense will have the football first. There's the guy we believe is going to be a workhorse in this one. He's coming off a 150-yard, 4-touchdown performance in their victory. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it all right. Running free. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages
What day did you go
that
eat
allow
crab?
this
Is that
guy to
Saturday?
take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call. And kudos to the offense for finding the
I
matchup
thought it
and
was
making that
Saturday.
pay.
So the UCLA Bruins offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful at doing. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They're dealing with a second and long. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Here's the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Pulls and fires complete.
You needed like
Tackle is made at the 25-yard line.
That last encounter
bring
was
up
a
fourth
big
down.
one.
The Bruins will call on their punt team.
Yeah. You told me yesterday,
First
you
one's
said
on its way. The leg
you
ought to
feel
be
better
strong.
now.
Only called on twice in the victory last week. He gets a block.
Do that Sunday.
Wide open. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Michigan. Special teams coming through. The third aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes shoof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Looking for room, it's Knight. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
I ain't get out there till like 8.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. And the ball is free on the pitch. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Michigan. The defense takes matters into its own hands. The mantra is always finished.
Right.
They're trying to
That's
do
why I
that
said
in the
I
regular
need to
season
go
with
in and
this
get
Week
my
12
CBA.
performance.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to
yeah,
get the ball back to their
CBA.
offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover. The pill hits
Question
the
is,
ground,
do I
you
wanna
scoop it
do?
up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And they did tack on the extra point.
Probably like almost like 8 months or so. And then And then my mother died, and I started doing
Fielded
everything
in the end
again.
zone. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the UCLA offense.
I was at my mother's
They've gotten
funeral.
off to a sluggish start and need to put
I
something
booted up.
together on this drive.
Yeah. I was
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a
I
nice
used to
job
be
staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's
I got a
eyes,
picture.
taking away any throw, and when he decided
Like
to try to
my
keep the
mom,
football and scramble to his
repass
left,
and
they
shit.
were
That's
all
when
over.
you could tell,
Great
like,
job
you look at,
defensively, playing together as one unit.
look at your face, look at your eyes. Yeah, you dilated like shit.
And the Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throwing, Imaliava. He's got it. On the move is the 30. There he goes. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. Throws to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up 4th.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. What a first quarter they've already put together, up 21-3. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Underwood. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. He's got the tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Wolverines are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Marshall. Good execution, they move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team.
There's some room. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
I said lead a tree to me. You skipped it to
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the grab. Quick step and go. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
I just told
and the Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
That's 2J.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the UCLA sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get it at the 21.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Knight. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's got his man, makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. He might be afraid to kick it to him here after the first punt was taken back to the house. Hauls it in, looking for space. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Makes the grab on the left. At the 45 on his way. And he steps out of bounds after a nifty run and picking up a first down. The Wolverines come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Here's Underwood to throw. Pocket breaking down. Finds his man.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Creates a little space. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Underwood. Fires left, and it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. This should be the last play of the quarter. Handoff from the gun. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Keeps it on the draw. Could be an alley. And he rolls into the house.
I didn't turn the arrow. You turned the arrow. I had the heater.
This is like having an extra running back.
Cold as shit when I got it.
Is magic. He decides to keep the football. He can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that one.
You made it cold as shit. I had it at room temperature, like 75. I like my shit room temperature.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run.
I just had blood work down in March.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Bunch formation for these receivers. Iamaleava. He's got him. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Lets it fly. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Flying down the left side. He is in. Touchdown, Bruins.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea. And when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and took it into the end zone.
And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Yeah, it is.
They stay
probably is
aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Because she probably threatened by
Man, he has been the definition of
I'm in the same position as
long.
him.
You talk about building a team. You
I'm
get a guy like this that you can hand the football, and he makes play after play after play.
All she got
that's
on
why
me
he's
is
number 2 in college football and rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture. A running back in the Heisman Trophy picture. It's kind of been a dying element. This guy's very much in the race.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll keep it on the ground. Makes it past the marker. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Unloads it left. He's got it. This defense giving up ground. He's finally knocked down at the 26.
Like they love me there. I was with them.
And the Wolverines, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the gun, the ground game. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game.
That was before COVID,
they can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they just
when you met me, I had just came back probably from Arizona.
Why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care
like
of business
I was a couple
each
years
and every
removed
game,
from
David.
being back
Some hardware to be
Arizona.
won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's
what I'm
hard
saying,
because you
'cause
start
my
to
mother
see the
died
finish
in
line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked,
couple years
what's at
removed.
stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Well, I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that 3rd down, but there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down. Now it's decision time for the offense, 4th and short.
Yeah.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in.
It's like literally just happened.
Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Iamaleava to throw. On the run, fires downfield.
On the sidewalk.
Makes the catch. It's Ellis.
If you wear, it'll melt your crops.
And they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Yeah. It don't get dark.
It's
Yeah.
Iamaleava. They're working that left side. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. These offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Throwing, Iamaleava. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. Throwing, Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Iamaleava. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The offensive line's got to get it together, giving up a sack on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Well, he might have wanted to just let that one go to see if it would go into the end zone, but makes the fair catch at the 5. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill, physical, fast right now, and getting him stopped.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Gonna let it fly, and it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah.
Snags it, and he's open. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Got enough for the first. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And the Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
I caught up with the Bruins head coach coming out of the locker room. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. Grab behind the line. It's Knight. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Bruins send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose, already the fifth kick of the night. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. They want to run it left here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback got it himself. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Underwood. Here's the pressure. Back open in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Wolverines are rolling down the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set, first down. They'll ride the hot hand. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And he'll be brought down. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And big-time play by this defensive line. Sitting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the 4th down now. I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that
might have a chance. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Underwood on the play action. Rushes on him. And he never had a chance.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Might be calling a hot route. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the pummeling has started.
Tell you what, as a defensive back, as a defensive player, you know, down here near the goal line, I got to get tight on my guys. I can't give away the easy stuff like that. Too easy near the goal line for that pitch and catch.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Motion from the wideout. Play fake, Iamaleava. Tight end finds a soft spot. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. This time it's complete.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
saying in the gun on 3rd down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Bruins will punt this one away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guy...
Got a little grass. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself on the draw.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty...
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he added the extra point. They marched 72 yards, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how he...
Lots of running room. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Bruins. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Let's go down to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Always impressive to grind through in the late season and get a solid victory, and now it just keeps rolling as we turn our attention to what's in store for next week. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He'll try to pop the draw. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Sends it downfield. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. UCLA will go back to work on offense. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing, Imaliava. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
To the air, it's Underwood. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in, can't win by enough, gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Inside the 30, maybe a crease, into the house, touchdown Bruins.
It's a nice decision by the quarterback there on the RPO. He's reading the keys on defense. They say hand the ball off. You want to do that. When you've got a guy this special in the backfield, David, get him as many touches as possible.
And a lot of times on those RPOs, the defense just has to hesitate for a second, and that little pause will open up those creases, and he takes full advantage of the defense just freezing for a second, makes the big, long touchdown run.
Holly, what update do you have for us?
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, the guys on the sideline are really talking about what's at stake right now. We know these two top 15 teams have an opportunity to get to the college football playoff late in the season, but right now is their opportunity to make some noise. Everybody's amped up, a lot of excitement and momentum. We'll see if they're able to finish out this game strong. I'll keep you posted on how they're doing down here on the field. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run.
Breaks into the open, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan, and the route is on. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
What a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And they'll knock him down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Iamaleava. Under fire. Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. So they're facing third and short from the 25. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Bruins with the 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Knight. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 33. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. He left. Fly. And the deep shot was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's get the call. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. That holding call backs him up 10. It's now 1st and 20. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Unloads to the right. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Iamaleava. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the 4th quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking. And they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The give to the single back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Might as well stick with him. Finding some room. Got enough space. Touchdown, Michigan. And the stomping has commenced. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. It hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
Motion from the back. Throwing, Imaliava. Caught in the backfield, it's Knight. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. On the run, it's Knight. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. That's caught. It's Ellis. Across the 45. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Right down the gut of the field. 10. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. They are ever closer to win number 10 on the season.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the 2nd time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stops right there. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got a